NPD is a pattern of self-centered or egotistical behavior that shows up in the thinking and behavior in a lot of different situations and activities. People with NPD will not or cannot change their behavior even when it causes problems at their work, or when other people complain about the way they act, or when their behavior causes a lot of emotional distress to others or themselves. None of my narcissists ever admit to being distressed by their own behavior. They always blame other people for any problems. This pattern of self-centered or egotistical behavior is not caused by current drug use or alcohol use, head injury, acute psychotic episodes, or any other illness, but has been going on steadily at least since adolescence or early childhood. Today's MGTOW video, Evil versus Evil. Even the DSM classifies narcissism as a personality disorder because they don't want to offend anybody. But whatever happened to evil? Just pure, unadulterated evil. It clearly states in the DSM that people with NPD won't or cannot change their behavior. They clearly state won't. Well, if they will not change, that is a decisive choice that they have made for themselves, and they've stuck into that choice. Therefore, it is not a disorder, it is pure evil. They made the decision to be the way they are. They know that it is wrong, yet they continue to do it anyways. That is evil. I am so fed up with all this pussyfooting around evil. Don't tell me that NPD is a disorder when it is clearly pure evil. Stop it. Stop telling me that borderline is a disorder when it's clearly evil. Because all they do is care about themselves, hurt themselves, and don't give a shit about anybody else. That's evil. That's not a disorder. They don't do that by accident. That is done on purpose. Now, let's look what they have done with this power that they use, that they so-called think is a power. We have feminists today in the world that are all narcissists who keep projecting all their shit onto men. They're projecting it onto men. They're trying to shove it down men's throats, saying, you're the reason why, you're the reason why, you're the reason why. They are the reason why. They are the reason why. And they are the reason why. Not us men, they are. Women have projected onto the world that women have less psychopathic traits than men do. They actually have the balls to say that 90% of psychopathic men that have NPD are men. But where do they get the statistics from? They're the ones putting on makeup on their face, getting boob jobs, getting ass jobs, getting calf implants, getting eyebrow lifts, you name it, they do it. Men don't do that. Men don't sit in the mirror for 2 hours straight every day going, I'm so pretty while they're busting her hair 100 strokes. We don't do that. Okay, I need to calm down because I'm really losing my focus. I'm going to go back to my story. Okay. Women now say nowadays that men are the most narcissistic. Yet we see that women are dressing in slutty outfits, slutty clothing, and acting like little fools. No responsibility, no boundaries, no limitations. That is pure narcissism. So what we have today is men not understanding that all the females are narcissistic, which really is a psychotic behavior. The psychotic behavior was introduced to them during the second reign of feminism, wave 2. We're now on wave 3. Some people say we're even on wave 4 already. Let's stick to wave 2. Wave 2 brought in the narcissism to the women, that changed all the women, that made all the women hate the men. That is all projection in the world. Don't you understand that? Many men today say, I hate women, I hate women, I hate women. I used to be that way. But now I really understand that women are truly brainwashed. Truly, they really are brainwashed, and they are actually more victim than they are culprit. They are victims. And I know it's very hard to see when a woman fucks up your life how she's a victim. I understand that. But it all goes back to that moment where mothers kicked the father out of the house. Daughter had no father left anymore. She grows up without a father, having an empty void in her life. She later on meets a boyfriend. And the boyfriend cannot stand her because she has no influence from her father in her life that gave her limitations, boundaries, and respect. That's what a father brings to his daughter. Since the mother raised the daughter by herself, she's lacking all of those things. And now you can clearly see the pattern in the world today where fathers are being kicked out of the house so that the women can raise the child so they can create the narcissist. Don't you understand that? If the whole world becomes psychotic, then there's no psychotic left, and the psychotic becomes the norm. I don't want psychopathy to become the norm. I want normality to become the norm again. I'm sick of watching the fucking world slip into psychopathic behavior. I'm tired of it. Wake the fuck up. All you Joker worshippers out there. All of you that think your stupid sarcastic sitcoms are funny. You're all part of the problem. I'm tired of it, folks. I'm sick of it. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? You can clearly see the pattern of how social conditioning and narcissism was actually brought into your life since the moment that JFK was shot. Since that moment, the whole world has been going to hell. For the last 50 years, you can trace everything back. What era do the feminists hate the most? What era do the feminists hate the most? They hate the 1950s the most. Gee, the same era that John F. Kennedy ruled. Think about it, folks. Use your brains, expand your minds, use your common sense, and you will see the same stuff that I see. That for the last 50 years, America has been used as guinea pigs to introduce narcissism into the world, to make that the norm, so therefore the psychopaths can continue ruling. Because all your elitists over there, they're all psychopathic. Bill Gates, psychopathic. Oprah Winfrey, psychopathic. Ellen DeGeneres, psychopathic. They're all psychopathic. All your celebrities, psychopathic. And they're all coming to you going, hey man, you're being a good guy, so therefore you're a fucking psycho. Because you're a good guy. Because all of them are bad guys. Don't hate the game, right? Don't hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm sick of that shit. I'm fucking sick of it. What is wrong with you folks? Wake up from this delusion. Wake up from this spell. Become yourselves again. Be powerful in yourselves. Use common sense. Use your discernment. Get strong. Get powerful. And let's lock these psychopathic motherfuckers back up in the asylum they escaped from. Thank you.